Breathe.
Respira, sobre todo respira ahora. Coge aire.
Breathe.
Respira.
Get air.
Respira.
Breathe.
Con toda respiración.
Keep breathing. Full breaths.
No te precipites.
Breathe.
Con toda respiración.
Keep breathing.
Keep that mouth from center, right?
Interesting stuff from both corners. There. First Van Steenis through our translator. Shout out to Diego. A couple of words from Watley's corner on the end saying that they think Van Steenis is going to be more aggressive here.
Round two. Ready? Fight!
Interesting coaching from Van Steenis' corner as well. Telling him to punch, aim for his neck. Now, of course, they're not trying to punch him in his neck, but that's what's happening. Van Steenis is aiming for Watley's head, and Watley is getting his head off the center line. You'll remember Ray Longo telling Chris Weidman to punch a hole in his chest. It's to aim low. So you hit the target. I think they're recognising that Watley's footwork and head movement is causing Van Steenis to miss more than he would like to. That is overextending him.
Same time with head position. Feet ready to move. Fake out.
With the right hand again here for Van Steenis. Can't help but think that a jab to measure first might be in his best interest. Switch kick there for Watley, blocked.
So this makes more sense for Watley to very susceptible to a lot of the strikes that Zaynukov's got. As soon as his opponent's up against the fence, though, that's where it starts to become easier for Schulte.
Another quick sprawl from Schulte as Zaynukov. The right hand stumbled onto Zaynukov. Schulte now debating on whether he's going to wrestle here. Or step back and strike. He will engage in the grappling. Outside single. Schulte able to maintain his balance for now.
Yeah, shook that first takedown off, but of course Zaynukov's going to keep chasing it. And here he is, Schulte's building up, and he's got to, because he doesn't give his back, now he's dealing with a body lock.
And nobody is better in these positions than Team Magomedov, which is of course the camp Artur Zaynukov represents. It's not enough time to make anything of it.
So here we are, you can see crashing forward behind big punches is Schulte. Zaynukov's struggling there. You can see he's going to try and level change, but Schulte gets him wrapped up with this front headlock and forced him to reconsider. Here he is marauding forward. That beautiful right hand connects. You can see Zaynukov's legs go. And then as he level changes, there's the wrap around the neck, the threat of a choke, of a guillotine. And Zaynukov goes down on one knee so he can't get kneed in the head. Clever move. Still got all his wits about him if he's able to make that read. And then was able to turn it into a takedown of his own. Great hustle there by Zaynukov.
Both fighters with moments in round number one. The stats,
Here we go.
which the judges are not privy to, show slight advantages in activity and effective striking here from Natan Schulte. Really vintage performance from him in the first 5 minutes, Dan. That got him 2 PFL titles in 2018 and 2019.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tried and tested style for Natan. Schulte. He just can't be too reckless and make himself too available, because he is landing the better shots, but Zaynukov still very dangerous. He also knows that he can get to the back of Schulte if he's able to score a takedown. I like that inside low kick that Schulte keeps using.
Zaynukov starting to vary the strike some. Saw him throw an angle uppercut there. There's a good hook again from the Brazilian. Element, official hydration partner of the PFL. Scan the QR code or visit drinklmnt.com/PFL and receive a free sample pack with any purchase. Stay salty.
There's that inside low kick again. There's just so much for Zaynukov to think about. Schulte's not doing any one thing over and over again. It's always multiple strikes, different types of attacks. Lovely work, in and out of range again.
You can see here with this constant pressure, the best defense for Schulte is his offense. Zaynukov has to constantly react, evade, block punches and kicks, making it harder for him to do that.
It's very difficult for him to miss because his opponent's trapped against the fence. These are the danger moments where an exchange happens and Schulte defends well and then switches off for a half second like there. They're the moments where Zaynukov and his team could see a way into this fight, I reckon.
You, just you, building your app on base 44. Describe it, and it's real. One thought leads to more thoughts. Layer by layer, taking shape. When you need your tools, bring them in.
10 minutes into the fight.
Zaynukov tried to hump the body there. Might be a little bit late to start that effort in this fight. Good jab from both fighters. I think Zaynukov got the better of that one. Push kick.
Again, beautiful takedown defense. And now Schulte's in a clinch, couple of seconds left.
Ate a knee right at the end of the round. Zaynukov snuck one in at the bell. Round 3 when we return to Tampa. Second in a fight matters. This is as the bell sounds in round number 2, Dan.
Please, thank you.
That was really nice. And you saw for a moment Natan Schulte kind of hang on the fence with his arms, just kind of allowing his body to relax. I think that was a very, very solid knee from Zaynukov, and you've got to wonder whether Schulte's recovered as the third round starts, or whether he's still going to be sensitive to those body shots. Or the other thing is whether Zaynukov even knows that Schulte was hurt by that knee. I mean, he's starting it very well at the moment. Started off with pressure immediately.
Zaynukov got up off the stool, tender on that lead leg for obvious reason. Good combination there from the Dagestani. Snapped the head of Natan Schulte. Another right hand just snuck through. Zaynukov having some success here. There's an attack to the body that might still be hurt, to your point, Dan.
Yeah, that was a good throat kick, isn't it? That 1-2 from Zaynukov. For the first time, it seems like he's putting a little bit of horsepower on those punches. I wonder if he feels that Natan Schulte's slowing down. I wonder if he's playing the long game even. Look, that's a faster punch that we saw in the third round.
1 minute gone here in round number 3. Natan Schulte advancing, as has been the story for this entire fight. Zaynukov on the retreat, trying to make some counter strikes work. I think attempted there for Schulte.
Schulte doesn't even really seem too bothered whether he's landing cleanly, as long as he's the one throwing and not his opponent. I mean, volume is a weapon in its own right in this fight. Same as it was in his last one against Gustavo, just worked against him, which makes it even more impressive, the work rate of Yakov moving away.
Schulte's going to have to be careful about this steady forward pressure, because Zaynukov just tried to dial in a high knee. Landed just short of the chin. If Schulte had walked another half step forward, it might have landed.
Oh,
by Schulte, showing another high kick.
That was a good right hand, just that was a good right hand, just stunned Zaynukov on the side of the head. Schulte now goes into a clinch looking for a takedown. This is an interesting choice. 3 minutes left to go in the third round, and you've got to think that Schulte's is up 2 rounds at the moment.
He gets to the back of Artur Zaynukov, reaps that leg out, trying to get him all the way down.
That was a good knee to the thigh as well. Zaynukov trying to utilize that whizzer. Schulte with the head position. Good hustle by both of these guys.
feel like Natan Schulte for certain fighters, and I'll count myself among them. He fights like a lot of guys think they fight. His forward pressure is the kind of forward pressure a lot of guys didn't. Vision themselves. Expressing in a fight, he's just so much better at it. Yes. Yeah.
It's always interesting, you know, you kind of watch your own fights back and you think that there's a lot of volume in those fights, but in actuality there's not. And then you watch Natan Schulte and it's the epitome of volume. .228 strikes thrown by Schulte, 121 landed. That's a 53% success rate, which is outstanding.
And even the strikes he's absorbed, even the damage he's taken, he rolls just enough, he moves just enough to make it not as significant. There's not a bunch of blood showing. I mean, that constant forward pressure, you can walk yourself onto things, but he's figured this thing out. It is his number one weapon.
What is he, a 32-fight veteran at this point? He knows how to tick over with that gas tank. He's been a champion. He knows what 5 rounds are like. That was a fence grab there, but the referee caught it.
Let go of the cage! Don't grab the cage! Don't grab it! Do not grab the cage!
Natan Schulte, constant again now with the wrestling pressure. It's almost like he wants to prove the point here at the end of this round there.
It's like it's the same pace that we were having from his pressure striking, but now he's just utilizing wrestling attempts. Rips and reaps. Nice knee to the leg as well. There's just not been a moment for Zaynukov to really gather himself and think about how he gets into this fight.
Your YouTube videos are great, but nobody finds them. Because your SEO is broken. Smart creators use vidIQ keyword research to rank #1 in their niche. Same amazing content reaching the right audience. Get
Zaynukov all the way down. Zaynukov immediately turns his back to scramble up. Schulte not letting him off the hook just yet.
Superb pressure all the way through this fight for Natan Schulte. Really was a statement. Still tries with the big takedown.
Final few seconds. Natan Schulte stays glued to Artur Zaynukov all the way to that final bell. And he thinks he's done enough on the scorecard. I can't say I disagree. Complete performance there against an incredibly tough opponent from Natan Schulte.
And we're watching Zaynukov here. He's walking around. He's even trying to put his arms up, and that looked too much for him. They gave every ounce of their effort, and he always. How does Natan Schulte not look like he's breathing hard at all? He just looks relaxed, like he's about to start the 4th round. That's a championship fighter there, Sean.
The first season of the PFL's existence, 2018, he surprised everyone with a lightweight championship. He came back and did it again in 2019. Took some time away from the sport, and he's back here in 2026, awaiting a decision that might give him his first win since 2023. While we await a judge's scorecard, Kennedy Smith backstage with Nkosi and DeBetta.
Thanks, Sean. Nkosi, what motivated you to take a fight just a month after your last win?
This is the life I live 24/7 every day. Worked up for such moments, so when opportunities like this pop up, I'm the first one to jump.
Your opponent, Marcirley Alves, is a really tough fighter, so what is it in his game that you could see being a threat?
I'm much tougher, I'm much stronger. I believe I've got every age and everything. I believe in my skills, I believe in what I've achieved and the work that I've put in. So coming in here now, I'm just here to showcase what I've got as the King of Many Nations.
And what's your plan of action to secure this win?
Get in there, get it over done. You know, if it's over quickly, then I'm happy. But just get the W.
Good luck.
Sweet.
Sean.
Thank you, Kennedy. That interview in the Fuji Prep Point backstage. And Greg Hamilton has the official decision between Natan Schulte and Artur Zaynukov.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we turn to the judges' scorecards where they scored this fight 29-28, 29-28, and 30-27. All for your winner by unanimous decision, Natan Schulte.
That's a big win for Natan Schulte. And if you're a lightweight in the PFL, you're watching that performance and saying, I better get on the exercise bike or the rowing machine. That was pressure.
There was an incredible pace that he set. And you've got to think that Natan Schulte still got the experience and the time in his career to make another run at this belt.
Moving right along, it'll be another lightweight contest. Dakota Bush looking to go back-to-back with knockouts. He'll take on Marquez Forrest, riding his own win streak. Oh, the showcase. Action in Tampa when we return. Upcoming MVP PFL Global schedule. Birmingham, England next week. Michaela Mayer and Chantel Cameron. We're back to Chicago at the Wintrust Arena as Liz Carmouche takes on Jenna Bishop. October 16th, November 14th, we will see you in the Emirates. Dubai hosting PFL action once again, and then we'll finish out the year in Lyon, France on December 19th. MMA royalty in the building. Tito Ortiz. And hey, look at that. Shoeface. He knows a thing or two about PFL championships. A couple of great MMA fighters there. Tito in the camp of Cris Cyborg, who's one half of our main event tonight. More lightweight action here in Tampa. Dakota Bush and Marquez Forrest set to square off.
Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the blue corner for your next bout, Marquez Forrest.
Black Clover Marquez Forrest riding a 3-fight win streak here in his PFL debut. Angling for potentially an opportunity to get one back from earlier in his career. Last time he lost, it was to Robert Watley on the regional scene. We saw Watley earlier tonight in a back-and-forth bout against Gino Van Steenis. Forrest, as you can see, another thickly muscled, big-bodied lightweight as this division, Dan, gets more and more crowded.
Yeah, a lot of finishes on his record as well. Eight wins, 3 knockouts, 2 subs. And you'll notice what Marquez does is he likes to stalk his opponents. He likes to pressure them without throwing a great deal, try and get them to go first. And he's got incredible power punching that he punishes them with when they pull the trigger. It's going to be a really interesting test for Dakota Bush. Likes to start fast, but can't be overzealous with someone like Marquez Forrest in front of him.
And fighting out of the red corner, Dakota Bush.
So fascinating when you get a chance to talk to Dakota Bush, who stops to say hello to friends and training partners on his way to the cage here. You'll see walking in behind him and in his corner tonight, Dustin Poirier, whose resume speaks for itself, needs no introduction for the MMA fans that are watching right now. Dakota Bush has trained in the deep room at American Top Team. He's been part of the camps for World Championship fights for some of the better-known fighters, and he puts himself on that same level mentally. He feels like he has the tools, he has the skill, he has the competition in the gym that sets his level at and maybe even above where some of those guys have been on the national and international stage. This guy is incredibly confident. He feels like a PFL belt is in his future.
And why would it not be? You know, you walk into American Top Team. I actually called in on Tuesday morning, and Dakota was there at the end of his camp, obviously. And you just look across the map, and you imagine the rounds of sparring, the rounds of grappling, the work that Dakota Bush has already gotten on his way to this fight, to this preparation. And then, like you said, you look at the corner, Thiago Alves, Dustin Poirier, Mike Brown, like generations of legendary fighters from American Top Team that have now stepped into the coaching role and are passing on all of their wisdom, all of their knowledge to the future prospects of the gym. And they've already got a stacked case full of gold. Dakota Bush would love to add a PFL belt of his own to that.
Here's your tale to take for this lightweight feature between Dakota Bush and Marquez Forrest. Bush is 32, Forrest is 1 year older. Bush stands an inch taller and has a 1-inch reach advantage in this contest.
11 Labs music generator has arrived. A new era of AI music has just begun. In partnership with labels and built from the ground up, generates studio quality AI music.
This man is riding a 3-fight win streak. He weighed in at 155.8 pounds. A former CFFC interim lightweight champion, making his PFL debut representing Lakeland, Florida. He is Black Clover Marquez Forrest. And across the cage in the red corner, with a record of 16 victories, only 4 defeats, 9 finishes. This man is riding an 8-fight win streak. He weighed in at 155.8 pounds, an MMA specialist representing Cuba, Missouri. He is
moment, trapped up against the fence, and they can't get away when he starts to unload that power left hand. That's a great low kick though from Dakota Bush, who follows it with another one.
Good left hand from Forrest, uses it as an entry. Thought about a takedown there, but decided to punch away instead.
Another good low kick, turned the lead knee inwards of Marquez Forrest. That's a nice step through.
He's had success with that punch. Dakota Bush landed an overhand right and knocked. Watley in his PFL debut. Good sprawl from Forrest, and he fed an uppercut to Bush on the way up.
Yeah, the way that right hand of Dakota Bush curves is very difficult for his opponents to read. Now he slides in onto a single leg, goes straight to his knees. He's built up to his legs, but he's got underhooks to deal with from Dakota Bush. Got a whiz up with one hand and an underhook with the other. It's created a lot of space for Dakota Bush. He really needs to try and get that single leg under control. Get that foot between. His legs so he can start to manipulate the hips. Strong work here by Forrest.
Bush now pressing Forrest against the barrier. Little hand fighting on the inside. High left underhook here for Dakota Bush.
Warning for Dakota Bush there. His fingers took through the fence. Nice knee to the body there though by Dakota Bush.
Outside trip attempted here for Forrest.
Just didn't have quite good enough control of the upper body to make that work. Good effort though. When it finds him.
Arm triangle thought about for Dakota Bush. He's got 6 pro submissions. Working from the top in the final seconds of round number 1. He'll stand up out of the guard, put some volume on these punches as we close out the first 5 minutes. Plenty more action still to come in Tampa. Here's a reminder, get your bets locked in.
But look at this, the flying knee from Dakota Bush, straight into 2 clean elbows with that right hand, right elbow. What a scrappy fight this was, and there's the outside reach. Look how he catches that, drives his opponent over. Driving off this base foot, a really nice takedown there by Dakota Bush.
Round two at Benchmark International Arena in Tampa, Florida. Inside low kick. Landed in the wrong spot there.